Sheesh, this one's taking like 1,000 takes again. Guys, welcome to the third video. And today, of course, we are doing our photo video on how to take photos and have backdrops and things like that. So I thought this would be a cool intro to the... That's just craft paper, you guys. Taped up. So this is John and I's little office that we share. This is the pile of inventory that's been put off for too long. So we gotta get to that. All right, so for this backdrop, so you guys have one of these, take a command hook, put it up there. Voila! Have your stuff hanging and sell it. The other one that I've been using that I kinda have done to despise, I like cut this out so it wouldn't bump into the shelf and stuff. Now I just kinda hate it. I stained it. Oops. This is my other backdrop setup that I was thinking about doing, but I think the tape actually works pretty well, so I might do that. And then we got this thing that is super neat. And here you go. I think they call these photo light boxes, so you can take pictures of hard goods and small clothing items and stuff in there. I'm inside of it right now. And then as you guys saw in my last video of the pictures that I took, you can always just use something like this. I got these on sale from like a bid site for like $5. These are just these like wood planks, you know, like that. And I just have them up on a pallet, just like I don't want to crack them and stuff, so I'll put them on a hard surface. It's like a nice little step up. You could always use this too. So for this video, I decided to use my craft paper and just tape it right up my mirror. Not as aesthetic as I hoped it would be, but that's fine. I mean, it's reality. That's good. So a few things to note when you're taking pictures. One, I don't even know how many there are, so watch these videos. One, daylight, daylight, daylight. Pictures are not the same when you have artificial lighting. During the winter, I've noticed those prime hours are like 9:30, 10 until 3, and that's it. That's all you get. During the summer, though, you have pretty much until like 10 a.m., 11 a.m. until 7 o'clock pretty much. Add details of your photos. If there's a flaw in a shirt, take the picture of the stain, take the picture of the rip, get the close-up, try to do your best to show what's wrong with it. If a photo looks confusing, not really going to gravitate towards that listing, but if a listing has an incredible shot with like a plant or whatever, like look really nice, lighting's good, before you even click on it, you see that that's like the thumbnail or like preview photo. I call that the money shot, but I don't know if that's a real thing. I don't know. Anyways, so people are going to gravitate more to the listings with really great initial photos that they see pop up in their feed when they're looking for something. Kind of self-explanatory. I figure I mention it. Alright, so I'm just kind of getting everything set up here, and as you can see, I'm using the square frame filter through my camera lens. And what I can do as well is just kind of mess around with the different settings on the camera to avoid extra editing afterwards. And I want to get kind of close-ups of the different brands, different angles, and everything like that. And I want to include a few items from different categories. So this is a kid's shirt, just to get a clothing item in there instead of just sticking with shoes. So as you can see, I'm sort of doing the same thing and making sure I just kind of adjust based on what the lighting is letting me capture as for the color and whatnot. Figured I'd throw in a purse in the mix too, just to kind of, again, get different categories of items. You guys can see different examples, and feel free to kind of slow this down and pause and see what I'm doing with the exposure and everything. Just kind of messing around with it to get the best sort of filter for each item based on if I'm, taking a picture of the inside of the purse or whatever. And I do like to use a ruler to avoid having to answer questions about measurements. Also wanted to throw in some vintage electronics or just electronics in general, and you're just kind of seeing me do the same process here. So yeah, hope this is helpful. As you can see, it's kind of dirtied up, and I was still cleaning throughout the process. It's really important to make sure items are as clean as possible before they are posted. Sometimes you can kind of catch things as you're getting your photos and getting the different angles and whatnot. So I did plug this in and make sure to get photos of it on and kind of the different angles, or show the different functions with that thing up or whatever. Kind of same thing with the measurements, and yeah, sort of repetitive getting those shots details. And then got one more item on here. I just took that sticker off with some Goo Gone and a scraper and just kind of doing the same process. So sorry it's kind of repetitive, but I feel like this would be helpful if I was getting started. And here are the final results. Thank you guys for sticking around and watching this video. I know that I'm definitely not a photographer by any means, but these do the job, and I'm looking forward to making these listings live. Thanks, guys. Alright guys, so that kind of sums it up. I hope this video was helpful. Stay tuned for the next video on different platforms. And of course, the podcast that I'm terrified to make, going up January 1st. See you guys later.